I'm going to be showing you 4 ways on how you can optimize your new listing. First, we start with images. So I would classify images as the most important thing for your new listing. Not just for new listing, but also for any listing listed on Amazon. So we're gonna start with the main image. The main image is the first image that will be shown on your listing, and it's the image that would be displayed from when people find your product on the Amazon marketplace. So this is the main importance of it, because people look at the image before they look at any title. So the main image is the main reason for people to click on your product. So this is the first and most important thing you have to work on, making a good, high quality, attractable main image. Now the guideline for main image is having white background, compared to the other images on your listing where they don't have to be white background. For the main image, you have to highlight your product. You want to try to make it as attractable as possible. Also, you have to make sure it has high resolution and a good lighting. Also, if you are able to highlight the uniqueness of it, that would make it more attractable to customers. Also, if you have text or titles on the image that you want customers to read, you have to put them in big fonts. So now for the rest of the images, you're allowed to put up to 10 images. The ones that will show live on Amazon are going to be 5 beside the main image. So these 5 images alongside the main image are the ones that you are working on. Now, as I said before, these images do not have to be white background, so you can be as creative as you want. Here are the main things that you have to highlight from these images. You have to highlight the use of this product, how it's used correctly, for people to know exactly how to use it when they purchase it. You also have to make it look as easy and simple as possible. You also have to highlight the benefit of your product, showing exactly how your customer is gonna benefit from it. So for example, if you're showing a game, you have to show your customer having fun. Or let's say you have a home item, you're gonna show how beneficial it is for having it in your house. You also wanna try putting people's face in your images. This is also important because it makes your product friendly and people trust products more once they see people's face in it. You also tell people the target audience. So for example, if your product is targeted for men, like it's a product for beards, you show a man with a good beard. You can also show a man enjoying using this product while showing his beard and showing his face. So showing people is important, and make sure that you're showing the target audience. You also want to try showing the target settings. So again, with the beard product, you want to show a man using it in the correct place, like looking in the mirror in the bathroom. So in this case, you're combining the use, the benefit, the target audience, all inside one image. You can do also multiple images like that. Also, an important factor I would recommend is infographics. So this is basically an informative image. You give people information while showing an image. This is really important. And for me personally, infographics are one of the main factors that help me succeed on Amazon. Because if you want to highlight some information, such as the uniqueness of your product, putting this information on your image would highlight this information. So these are basically the most important things you need to have in your images. Try your best to have them in high quality and high resolution, and matching Amazon's guideline for sizes. So as I mentioned, images are the most important thing for click rates and for conversion rates. So having good images are your number one focus for your new listing. Adding a video that would showcase all the factors that I mentioned before is gonna be a bonus and help you grow your listing. The next topic I'll be talking about is Amazon SEO. SEO stands for Search Engine Optimization. Amazon Search Engine Optimization is basically how your product is gonna show up from Amazon search results. So you wanna try for the search results to go exactly to the customers you're looking for. So now you take the information that you did from your research and you implement them on your product's listing. So to start, the first and most important thing is your product title. You are given around 200 characters for your product title. So you want to try to use all the 200 characters on your product's title. So on your product's title, you put in what your product is and its name, your brand name as well, but you have to make sure to try your best to put information that would help Amazon's SEO. Once you have done keyword research, you know the exact keywords that would match your listing. And these keywords should be phrases that people search on Amazon and you want them to find your listing. So you put these keywords and even the phrases exactly as it is on your product's title. This way it will help your product's search engine to show up for people's results when they search for these keywords. So it's very important to optimize your product's title and putting in these keywords and phrases. Next is the product's description. Now on your product's description, you're given way more space and room to put in more information than your product's title. So in the description, you put in what the product is and its uses and benefits. But putting all this information, you have to make sure you're putting in the right keywords. So again, once you know the right phrases and right keywords, you put them in the product's description as well. Now you have a lot of room to put in all the keywords and all the phrases that you've done from your research, compared to the title where you're only limited to put in the most important keywords and phrases. And you can also do that through your A+ content. A+ content is only available for branded listings. You're given more images to put in and more titles and more description. Optimizing it for the SEO is putting in the right keywords and right phrases. Also, in the alt text for the images, it's important to put in the right keywords and right phrases. There's also the brand story for your branded products. So this is basically how you can optimize your product's SEO, but you need to have done the proper research prior to listing your product. And you put in all this information as soon as you list your product on Amazon. Next, I'll be talking about advertising. So since this is a new listing, you have to advertise your product. Advertising on Amazon is through campaigns. And these campaigns are pay-per-click campaigns. Pay-per-click means when people see your products from your campaigns and they click on it, Amazon charges you money for this click. Whereas if they just seen your product without clicking on it, you won't be charged any money. But once your product is shown from these campaigns, it'll have the word sponsored on it. A sponsored click would cost you money on Amazon. Now, Amazon campaigns can be in 3 different ways. There are 3 different PPC campaign types on Amazon. There are sponsored products, sponsored brand, and sponsored display. The best and most efficient way in most cases is sponsored products. Now you can use a sponsored brand and sponsored display to push this product, but if you're just solely focusing on this product, sponsored product is the best campaign to have. It's not too difficult to set up a sponsored product campaign. It's as simple as creating the campaign and letting Amazon do all the work. And this is through an automatic campaign. Automatic campaigns are where Amazon show your listing to people using their automated system. This automated system would look into your listing and find the relevant keywords and relevant targeting and showing it to the right audience. Now you can adjust the bid that you're willing to pay. Amazon would suggest a bid for you to put, but you can higher it or lower it. Now if you're doing a campaign for the first time for your new listing and you're still trying to figure out the right keywords and right phrases to market on, these automated campaigns would help you find new keywords and new phrases for you to put as a list for future campaigns. So starting with an automated campaign is always a good idea. Now if you already know the right keywords and right phrases that you want to market on, then you can directly create a sponsored product manual campaign. You put a list of all the keywords and all the phrases that you want to market on. You put them all in a list, and you can even adjust the bid for each and single keyword or phrase. So if you know the exact keyword and phrases that you want to advertise on, just do a manual product targeting. There's also another way you can do the sponsored product manual targeting. Instead of targeting keywords, you can target products. So instead of having a list for keywords, you have a list for ASINs for products. These products could be your competitors. So if you see a competitor that you know your listing is better, or you have a better price, or you have something that's ahead of them, so having your listing show up on their listing could be a perfect marketing strategy for your product. Since the customer is already on your competitor's listing, this means that they would be interested in your listing as well. I would highly recommend doing this campaign if you have an edge on your competitors. But if you don't have an advantage, people would trust an established listing with reviews than a brand new listing with no reviews. So these are the different ways to have a sponsored product campaign. You can adjust for how long you want the campaign for, and you can adjust the daily budget, and you can monitor the performance of all your campaigns through the campaign manager. Having campaigns is one of the most well-known ways for your listing to grow faster on Amazon. You want to try to have as much people go into your listing for it to rank up organically. Once it ranks up organically, then it'll show up to more customers. And showing up to more customers means that you will have more sales. Next, I'll be talking about your product's price. First, you have to know how much your product costs. How much does it cost making it and shipping it to Amazon? Once you do all that, you figure out a price that you want to sell it for. Once you know the price, you calculate the profit margin. Once you figure out your profit margin, you're able to make some price adjustments with time. At first, you have to know the price that you want to sell it for. You do that by giving a value for your product. You also compare it to the price of other similar products. So once you do all that, you figure out a starting price. I'll give you a few strategies you can use for launching price. So one strategy you can do is starting with a low price and going higher with time. So you calculate the lowest profit margin that you can have and you work your way up to the profit margin that you want. This strategy would help your listing grow faster since people would be attracted by the lower price. It also gives you an edge on your competitors. And once you get your listing going and you're making sales, you adjust the price each week or every other week. You keep going up until you reach the price that you want to sell for. And this strategy would help you get some stats. It'll tell you how much you're selling at each different price. This would help you if you want to sell in bulk, which price is the best and most profitable. Another strategy you can do is you can start with a high price and work your way down to the price that you want to sell for. Now this strategy could be useful if you don't have a lot of competitors, meaning that you'd be able to control the price of this product. So let's say you have one product on Amazon and you have no competitors, or you have just a little bit competitors that you know your listing is better, then you find yourself in a place where you can control the price. So starting with a high price and going all the way down would give you an idea for how high you can value your product, and you see how much your customers are willing to pay for this product. Also, if you don't have bulk inventory, you would be able to maximize your profit. So these are two strategies depending on what you're selling, and also depending on how much you value your product and your competitors and the marketplace. Also, what I would recommend is leaving a margin to make promotions and sales. Times like Prime Day, Black Friday, and Christmas time, these are valuable times where you want to make a sale and get more traffic. So these were some tips you can use for your new product's price. Starting a new listing is always difficult. You have to know all this information and be prepared prior to launching your product. But if you do all this work after launching your product, you'll be missing out on sales and you'll also be costing yourself more money. So I would highly recommend doing all the proper research for every new listing you want to create on Amazon. And of course, with time, you get more information and you know how to adjust things better. I hope you found value in this video, and if you did, please leave a like and subscribe. And if you're interested in a consultation, please check the link below. Thank you for watching and see you next time.